Hello, everybody, and welcome to Retcon.
Hello, everyone. We're back in the studio.
Back with our 9th episode, I believe.
We have a guest.
We do have a guest, our very first guest on the pod. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Tanner St. James. I am the lead singer of a band in Calgary called LA Conspiracy. I also work in film and have been on a few different projects recently.
Awesome.
Yay!
What kind of projects have you been on?
Recently, the most recent one was a horror project, which I can't say too many details of. We're gonna keep things pretty down low, but directed by the great Elena Perez Robinson. Cinematographer, actually. Directed by Letitia Johnson. Produced and cameraed by Elena Perez Robinson.
Yep.
I was the locations manager, and we were out in the woods for most of it. And because I live out in the boonies, I was the only person who knew anybody who could even, we worked with the Bottrell General Store, and Beverly, who was very, very accommodating and kind, and let us scream and wail and make horrible noises and run generators. So,
Are we allowed to say the name of it?
of course.
Yeah.
Of the project, no.
We can't.
No. It's a working title right now.
Oh, it's a working? Okay,
Is
yeah.
there no release date, nothing?
Not that I've been made aware of. It's going to be going to film festivals, but we're looking at probably half a year before we're even out of the editing room. So.
Is it so? I know it's early, but is there anywhere online that people may find it? Like once it is finished and once it is like released and everything, will it be posted anywhere like Patreon, something like that?
We only just finished shooting, so if you want updates about this project, you can follow Letitia Johnson or Elena Robinson on Instagram.
They're good friends of mine. I went to SAIT with them, and they're just insanely talented. And I think it's Letitia's first, I think it's her debut, I think.
Directorial debut, yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you just love independent Calgary filmmaking?
Don't you just like independent filmmaking overall, though?
Yes,
like that's where
independent filmmaking in
like
general.
the gold is.
I am so the last independent film I've seen in Calgary was Alien Zombie Vampires from Zombie Vampires from Outer Space, I'm pretty sure. It was
Oh, yeah, that was at SIF.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Cuff.
Or something like that.
One of them.
It was one of the best parodies I've ever seen from that, serialized horror. What would you call, before slashers and everything was still black and white?
Gothic horror? I don't know.
Swamp Things and stuff like that.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know. Classic horror? Like
yeah, I guess
Hitchcock stuff.
Yeah.
classic horror, I guess.
Yeah.
That'd be the closest thing I could think of.
Yeah, because now it's classic, I guess, but back then it probably wasn't. It was just horror.
Well, I mean,
horror,
some
yeah.
people
Yeah,
would
right.
argue Nightmare on Elm Street and that era of horror.
Well,
is
that's
classic.
cult
that's
classic.
that's
cult
like a
classic.
slasher, though.
But that's
yeah,
a cult
that's what I'm
classic,
saying,
though.
right?
Now
But
it's a cult classic.
Okay,
what
so
do we
there's a difference
consider?
there.
What do we consider a classic? It's 2026. Time's only going to keep moving forward.
True.
Is one day?
So
Is one day Sinner's going to be considered a classic?
Probably. Long down the way.
People have considered Sinners to be like an instant classic as it's come out.
No.
That's how
It
people
was
have talked
good.
about
It was good, but I don't think it's an instant classic.
No, okay, hear me out. It's a really good movie. I like it, but it's I don't know. My hot take is Sinners. It's a really, really good movie. It should not have the record for most amount of Oscar nominations.
Let me hit you with an even hotter take. Horror movies will never be classics again until we have signature monsters and slashers again.
Yes.
Because that's the thing that people recognize from it. 99% chance you ask a kid right now, is Jason Voorhees scary? They'll be like, is who scary? Show them a hockey mask. They'll be like, that's the face of a scary guy. I know that just off instinct.
Well, same thing with large monsters too. Like Godzilla, classic, but we don't have any large monsters anymore.
Like kaijus.
Yeah, exactly.
because they killed off Pacific Rim.
They did.
It's because they took it out back and they murdered it.
You know what I was just thinking? I was just because that's an excellent. It's like there's no like instant like horror icons that have come out recently.
Yeah,
the only one
no.
that I can really think of is like the guy from Terrifier.
Terrifier, definitely
Art the Clown.
Terrifier.
Because it's like
Sure.
I can see him and I can like immediately connect
yeah.
him to
Art the Clown, yeah.
Art the Clown. I would also say maybe Black Phone guy.
Oh,
Yes, yeah.
Ethan Hawke.
I could say that.
I think there's an argument for like. I think his design is a little overcomplicated though.
I would say Pennywise at this
He's not
point.
modern though. I
Well,
guess
like
you
the
could say
the modern
he's-
version of him, because when you think of
Yeah.
Pennywise, do you think of Tim Curry's or do you think of
I
Skarsgård's?
think of Tim Curry. That was my first true nightmare. Was Tim Curry dressed as a clown?
Okay.
Because for me, I think of Skarsgård. Because my first experience with
I
it
like
was seeing
Skarsgård.
the 2017
God,
one in
dude,
theaters.
do you guys remember when that came out? Do you remember the hype behind that? It
Which
was
one?
the first one.
Oh,
Like
the-
when
like
when
It?
when we were in high school, and then like I
was
remember.
like early high school.
yeah, I
too.
know that was. I think
Yeah.
that was like grade 8 for me or
Yeah,
something.
that was like
I
middle
remember-
school, I think.
I remember
Yeah,
that
that
came out,
was-
and I was like, "Oh my god, this is gonna take over my life."
It was weird because there was like I remember when I was like really young, like when I was like 10. Cool thing or like the indie thing was like being a nerd.
Right.
And then I feel like after was it 2016 that the new It came out?
2017.
Yes,
It's
2017.
2017.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
After 2017 it was being like the Losers Club thing happened. And then
Yeah.
and then it happened all over again where it's like we're not like other people
Yeah.
and that's cool.
Yeah, the
it's
outcasts are the
interesting-
cool guys now.
It's
Yeah.
interesting how, like, you mentioned nerd culture's kind of like become way more mainstream, and like you see that with like Stranger Things. I credit as one of the shows that really brought a good niche of nerd culture, which would be the
Oh,
D&D
yeah.
niche, into the mainstream. Because like no one talked about D&D before Stranger Things. What was it, season 3 that had?
No, it was like season
4.
1. Like immediately, right off
It
the
was the
bat, they're
very
like,
first
yeah,
shot.
they're like, oh, the Demogorgon popped out and got you in the game.
No, I'm
And-
talking specifically like Eddie. Like how Eddie really
Oh.
popularized it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. There was I've played D&D for over a decade now. Isn't that weird to think?
I've always wanted to play it.
I
never
remember
have.
my first D&D game was with you.
Your dad was the DM.
He
yeah.
was, yeah.
And ever since I've been the DM, and nobody we would have never gotten a group going in high school if it wasn't for, of course, the nerds who mentored us back in the day,
Oh, the lads.
the lads,
The lads.
who shall go unnamed for posterity, but I mean, Stranger Things made that a mainstream hobby, and now it's not even a mainstream hobby. There's a whole Dungeons and Dragons industry with multiple ways of
Yeah,
playing
it's
the game.
everywhere now.
I mean, sitting down doing what we're doing, this is a format of podcast is playing Dungeons and Dragons. You've got Dimension 20, Critical Role.
Oh, yes,
Maybe we should just do a show where we play a game of Dungeons and Dragons.
We'll
It's a long show, but
That'd be worth it, though, I think.
a quick 1 hour radio set Dungeons and Dragons game.
And that's episode 1 out of 27. Let's keep going, guys.
Actually, my cleric blocks all your attacks. Rolled it at 20.
And there's a lot of other things. I think 80s like thrash metal culture.
yeah.
Talking about Eddie,
Oh, yes,
I mean, it was Master of Puppets in the show, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
it was.
Yes, there was that
Metallica.
big argument before it came out. I remember people were like, "It's Final Countdown." No, it's Master of Puppets, and it ended up being Master of Puppets.
Of course, it's Master of Puppets. I mean, like, metal as well was kind of more, not like, it was a smaller scene, I'd say.
Than it used to be for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really changed all that much. Like, it's not like there's a huge surge of people going to Metallica concerts.
But there's more eyes on it now,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now that they're.
and so
older.
you're a big music guy, right?
I
So
would say I'm a musician first and foremost.
musician first and foremost, and you play in a band.
Yep.
Tell us about them.
I'm a part of a band called LA Conspiracy. LA, of course, being Lacombe County. I'm the lead singer and rhythm guitarist or keyboardist, depending on the song. But we're pretty small time. I I mean, it's some of the most talented dudes I've ever worked with. Carmen Sinclair is playing the guitar, and Talon Belziel on the drums. Max, our young man on the bass, who has Max Czapinski. It's a really Polish last name.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm like Middle East, not Middle East. What is it? Eastern Europe. There we go.
Czapinski, yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's like I need making up a Russian bad guy for my Bond film. Czapinski. Ivan Czapinski, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's thinking about film and music and working in them as opposed to just like consuming them. I'd say it's very similar fields of you would never realize how much goes into it unless you were working on it. Like you would not think that, I don't know, Freddie Got Fingered took almost 30 to 40 people, even just on set in person to make that. You wouldn't think that an album takes 50 people to make. You'd think it's like, okay, 4 guys go and record some music and they're all super wicked and they just sing like that. And they spend an hour, throw it out, and it's done. I
can only imagine that because I can only talk like on the film side that I'm in. Is like,
Yeah.
It's like I can only like really imagine it's like it's really similar in the same vein as it's like as in the act of creating a piece of music or a movie or something. It's like you both go. It's a balance you got to have between the art of it and I guess the business side of it.
Yeah, and I think like there's times where you walk that line perfectly in both industries. What is the really big movie from a few years ago that was like basically independent and got huge? I can't remember the name of it.
Was it like an Oscar movie?
Yeah.
Was it Everything Everywhere?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, yeah.
Love that
So
movie.
good.
Such a good movie made with purely probably just being very good at doing that in mind, you know? Like I say in mind, just people who are good at what they do.
Yeah.
And sometimes people just know how to get an appealing movie that's also art right in the middle. And in music, that's a harder balance to strike. Like, I don't think people are listening to Animals by Nickelback and being like, oh, yes, it's art.
Stumbled on gold
There's
right
definitely
here.
people out there that are doing that. I would know them.
Gabe actually knows them personally.
I do.
It's Chad Kroger. It's the lead singer. He's doing that. No. But, like, I can't think of, like, maybe, like, Led Zeppelin, but I can't think of a musician now who's making very successful music that has the sense that it's very fulfilling for them to create, you know?
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if you guys, what's that like in your guys' side of the world, in the film and
Hollywood.
gaming, all of it?
Hollywood,
think
I'd say.
viral,
and
like-
Ubisoft games.
Yeah.
You don't think there's passion in For Honor?
Okay, don't get me started on For Honor.
I got 1,000 hours in For Honor, man. I could talk to you about that.
Brother,
game.
you get it then. What's your main?
I played Lawbringer and Gladiator. I played Lawbringer and Gladiator.
Okay. I'm going to get absolutely flamed in the comments for this. My main was Warden.
Warden?
Yeah.
When did you play?
Dude, you're about to get flamed right now.
Yeah.
Like live.
COVID.
Shoulder bash
Yes.
until I pass out.
Yes.
I take a nap on my desk. I actually guys, it's been fun. I got it.
Oh, there we go. He's out.
I can't believe I got to be in the same.
Well, it's
Sad
funny.
as
It's
you.
funny. It's funny that we mentioned Ubisoft. I want to kick it off. I want to kick it over to. So I've seen more gameplay from Black Flag's remake.
Yes.
I heard we were talking about Black Flag last episode.
Well, we have a lot to cover.
We've got
apparently.
more gameplay that I've seen on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm a little bit concerned.
Why are you concerned?
Yeah. What exactly concerns you, Gabe?
To me, the animation doesn't look as fluid as it did in the original. To me, it looks very, very, very choppy, kind of like Mirage, right? And choppy might not be the right word for it, but it just doesn't flow as nicely as it did in the original Black Flag.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about. You know what it reminded me of? Like, what is it? Assassin's Creed Shadows. You know
Yeah.
that one where it's like in Japan, and there's these weird bits where it's like it's not actual cutscenes when people are characters are talking.
Yeah.
it's literally just like they're just like it's like the most like basic animation. It's just like it looks like really unpolished.
Yeah, it's just,
But-
and I know the game's not out yet. It's not, hopefully it's close to being finished. I mean, its release is in 2 months.
Yeah, it's getting out there.
It's a Ubisoft game. They don't
It's
finish
Ubisoft.
them.
That's what I'm gonna say. So I don't know. I'm hopeful, but the gameplay looks. I don't know.
Oh, you know what's that? You know what's a question I kind of want to ask you, Tanner? Gabe asked me this last time, but I'm really curious with yours. Is like, what are like you say like what are some like your top 5 games to play during the summer? Like, what's like a game that you think kind of has like a summer feeling?
So for me, it's like summer games are games where nobody is. You're not like going and playing games with your friends all night in the summer. You're gonna go out do stuff. It's like winter. I'm gaming because I don't want to snowboard.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm like Tanner goes outside in the summer.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean that there's no games that I'm like during the summer. It's whenever there's a bad day, I'm going to sit down and grind a game and I'm going to play a lot of it. So it's games that I don't really have to commit to. I think I'm a big indie game guy. Slay the Spire 2 just came out in early access a few months ago. And I have been playing a lot of that. So really any game that's like a pick up and play is a summer game for me.
Okay.
One that has been, I feel like, very popular on the internet is that new Tomodachi Life game.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, my sister's really big into that.
Don't you have that?
Of course I've got You're in my Tomodachi Life island, Hayden.
Oh, that's right.
You are on my island.
So
Sorry.
no, but pardon me. But for those of us who are uneducated, explain Tomodachi Life.
Tomodachi Life is a game which feels very out of place in the Nintendo Switch and on every other console it's been on. Because back in the Wii days, you had the Miis.
Yes.
And everybody made a Mii of themselves and of Colonel Sanders and of
Whatever.
all their good friends like Elvis Presley and those type, Sephiroth. And then for the 3DS of all consoles, they made a game called Tomodachi Life, which despite the 3DS not really supporting Miis a lot, this game is all about Miis. And so you make all your friends, and you put them on this island. And then you have to do things like feed them, introduce them to each other. They make friends, and they do weird things. And a lot of it comes about in Tomodachi, in the new one on the Nintendo Switch 2. It's a lot about you get to create your own objects. There's one of my favorite clips of the game is a group of people meeting at somebody's home to discuss the unregistered firearm. And you can do things like that because I think Nintendo, in a moment of self-awareness, realized the funniest thing they could do with this game is have absolutely no censorship. And there is nothing that you can't do in this game. It's a very fun game where it's kind of like a mobile game where you just let it run.
I'm really curious because like I may buy this because I just want to see what I can get away with. Or
Anything.
Like, I'm so curious about that.
Yeah.
I love that. The unregistered firearm.
You on my island, Hayden, I've exclusively used you as a capsule for every single reference I can make.
What did I do?
At the end of every single sentence, you say Bazinga. Whenever you introduce yourself to somebody or somebody you know, instead of saying hello, you say, hello, my name is Inigo Montoya, prepare to die. Every single time. Anytime somebody walks by you, you say that whole sentence.
It's so ironic because you know I haven't seen that.
Of course I know you haven't seen that, but that's just the funniest thing you can say to somebody you've never met before.
Bazinga.
Thank you. And it's even funnier because I've never seen a single episode of Big Bang Theory.
Bazinga.
Was it funny?
No.
Not really, no.
It told you when to laugh.
Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry, dude. The Sheldon Cooper universe is getting its third show.
It is.
It is?
No, it is.
Third
Like, so
show.
there's this new show. What is
It's,
it with
uh,
like Seth?
Stuart fails to save the universe.
Stuart fails to save the
Who
universe.
is Stuart?
Can I-
He's the
hey,
comic
hey,
book
hold on,
owner.
hold on. Let me like,
This
can I
one,
explain
this
to
one
you the
looks
plot of this?
so good though.
Gabe, Alfredo, let me explain this to you. So, Big Bang Theory, you know exactly what the plot is. Just these guys living in an apartment. Then
Yeah.
there's young Sheldon.
Sheldon Cooper gets lung cancer.
Yeah, the tale of Sheldon Cooper as he ages.
Yeah.
Stuart fails to save the universe. Is about their friend Stuart, who lives in the comic book shop.
He's the owner.
He's the owner who owns the comic book shop, and in their show, he creates a pocket dimension or something, which starts the universe to literally swallow itself, and he has to fix it.
Yeah.
What is this show, Bazinga?
Has it always been science fiction? I thought it was
No,
just guys in
It
university.
started as a
That's it.
sitcom.
It's a sitcom. Now it's going to save
now
the
it's-
universe.
So literally, like Sheldon Cooper has his own universe, his own multiverse that is
The Sheldon
created.
Cooper cinematic
The
universe.
SCCU.
Yeah.
Aren't you happy to exist in a time of pure art?
It's
I feel like it's like we're compressing coal into diamonds here.
it kind of is.
You know what I mean?
Like the trailer dropped, and I was just like, "This is stupid." But then I looked at it, and I was
actually
like,
kinda
"Why?"
looks- it
Sorry,
looks
again,
kinda
why does it
good,
on
though.
HBO?
Yeah,
That's what it's premiering on.
So it could have connection to Game of Thrones as well as what you're saying.
It's the multiverse. It has connection
Yeah.
to literally everything.
well, because he's a comic book owner, it could branch out into anything.
It's
literally
HBO.
could
Oh,
go-
we're gonna get it. We're gonna get a
Sheldon Cooper
in the
will
DCU.
return in Avengers sequel.
We're gonna get Sheldon Cooper in Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, man. He's gonna appear in Peacemaker next season. That's what's gonna happen.
Dude, are we getting another Peacemaker season?
I hope so.
I really do. I love
James-
that show.
James
But
Gunn needs
realistically,
to-
I think we're gonna get a Checkmate show.
Dude, imagine what Brainiac shows up in Superman 2.
Oh,
And he's
okay.
like,
Actually,
Superman, I will take your world. And then he's just, actually, Bazinga.
okay, Tanner,
Sheldon, you came.
you've been reading the Absolute comics? I'm assuming
The what?
the Absolute comics.
You know, like
from
Absolute
DC.
Batman?
Like
Oh,
Absolute
yeah, yeah,
Batman,
yeah,
Absolute
yeah.
Superman. Okay, I had a thought, and it was on the ride here actually, and it's not gonna happen. But how would you feel if they did Brainiac and Man of Tomorrow? How Brainiac's done in Absolute Superman?
I think
It's never gonna happen, but it's just
Yeah.
it's fun to play with.
it's fun to play with for something where you can course correct, you know?
Yeah.
Like a series. I think he'd be more fun in like a Peacemaker style show where I mean, I think of like, you know, I don't know much about Brainiac outside of the Absolute series, and I know that
He's
people
not nearly as
He's just so psycho.
he's
and-
he's much colder than he is. And I know he's cold in the Absolute series, but he's cold, but he's got that kind of like energy to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Brainiac in the main comics, it doesn't have that energy that he has in the Absolute
Like
comics.
this might be a bit of a spoiler, but it's like an example. It's like Brainiac in like the mainline DC, I guess, is like he's very much he's much like a surgeon. He's very precise and just
Clinical.
accurate.
That's
He's very
the word I would use, clinical.
But in like the Absolute, there's this weird bit where he comes in tries to convince Absolute Lex Luthor to join the Legion of Doom or whatever. And Lex Luthor says, "Hey, I got a family and I got hair, so I'm not going to do it." So what he proceeds to do is Brainiac says, there's no way I can convince you. The only way I can persuade you is if I literally saw your family in half with my chainsaw hands." And then he does that in front of him. And he's like, "Join the Legion." And he's like, "Okay." Like it's just like that's like the insanity that like the absolute
Yeah.
Brainiac has. Is he's really smart.
He's
but
more in
he
line
is-
to like
he'll lose his
mainline
mind.
Joker, I find. Like he's like a really, really smart mainline Joker.
Yeah,
in terms
the
of
type
how
of-
his
He's like
like
an
temperament
angry
is.
Joker.
The type of villain that they list Brainiac is in the Absolute universe is sadistic mastermind.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they just
But
list
like
off
that
all
would
his
that also
crimes.
track as like for the main line. He's sadistic and he is a mastermind in the main line.
I wouldn't
He's just,
honestly.
like-
I wouldn't even go as far as to say in the main line he's sadistic. He's just like he's a very calculated mastermind.
Well, I mean, with a name like
Like he doesn't
Brainiac,
see. He's
you-
not
you
like
don't have to.
from what I've
computer.
read, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would
Isn't he? He's a computer.
hold a very vengeful hurtful grudge. Like he'll definitely
unless
like
it's
he
Superman.
hates Superman.
Yeah.
but it's that
Everyone in the
it
DC
comes from
universe
a-
hates Superman for some reason.
Yeah, he hates Superman, but it comes from a place of just pure like he's like I'm missing my collection because he has like
Yeah.
he has like one of the cities of Krypton in there, and he wants
Argo.
he's-
Is it Argo City? I believe
yeah
it's
something
Argo
like that.
City.
But like he's just like he hates him, but it's just out of like
Or no,
I
it's
want you.
Kandor. It's Kandor. Bottled City of Kandor.
If I was going to take a character like Brainiac and make him what they are doing in Absolute, I think Absolute, and I find it does this a lot, is it loses itself in going too far, you know?
I agree with that.
And I think if you're gonna do an angry, hateful Brainiac, there's a very easy character to base that off, and that's I have no mouth and I must scream's Am.
I
Yeah.
hate that. I hate Am so much.
Yeah,
Am
He's
haunts me.
terrifying.
He haunts me.
Yeah.
Genuinely terrifying.
it's the whole idea behind Am is that it's too smart for its own good,
Yeah.
and it just wraps itself in infinite amounts of anger at things that it can't control. And I think that's if you want a violent, sadistic Brainiac, then
That's actually really neat.
That
going
is
for
actually really nice.
somebody who is so smart that they figure out solutions that are beyond the realm of possibility.
You know what that kind of reminds me of?
'Cause, like,
Did you
when
ever read Superman Red Sun? The one where he lands in Russia.
I never read it.
You never read it?
It
Well,
seems like a
it's-
gimmick.
It's fun. It's neat, but it's like it's really neat because Brainiac shows up in it, but in this. For some reason, in the universe where Superman lands in Russia, Brainiac is not a guy. He actually is a robot.
Okay.
Like he's an AI, and that's how he comes to Earth. But like it's super neat because that just reminded me of it. Yeah, that's a great way of making Brainiac psycho.
What were you saying there, Gabe?
I lost what I was gonna say.
Hayden can't do that to Gabe.
No, I jumped in on Hayden. That's on me. But no, it's yeah. That's what it was. When I think of Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, I kind of I put him in the same realm as like comic Ultron, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Just like in terms of like the non-feeling machine, but Am kind of feels.
Am.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, 'cause, like
well,
you know,
Ultron has
you think
the
of
goal though. That's the thing. Ultron has his ultimate kind of goal, and he always.
But
is working towards
Ultron
that.
doesn't feel like when you think of
No, 'cause
when you
he's
think
like-
of AI or think of robotic villains, right? The whole thing is they don't feel,
just
they
ones
can't
and
have
zeros,
empathy.
yeah.
There's no
Problems and
emotion.
solutions.
Yeah,
Am has emotion.
yeah.
Yeah. And this is where my only exposure to Ultron is
Age of Ultron.
And Marvel Rivals. So where he is not much of a threat in either of those.
Yeah. Like the
you
Age
play-
of Ultron was like a week. Like week, the world was under like attack.
Yeah,
It's,
but he
it's
was
so funny because I saw this. I'm sorry, but like I saw this like post on Instagram, and it was like it's like what James Spader is that? the
Yeah,
guy?
James, yeah.
It's like James Spader's Ultron looked on Reddit for 5 minutes, decided all humanity needed to die.
Yeah.
Literally.
I'm like,
Yep.
shit.
Honestly, would be a valid conclusion. I feel like any sane thing would come to that same conclusion.
Yep. And now Google's uploading their AI.
Did you
Yeah,
play
it's gonna be
Marvel
great.
Rivals? Do you play Marvel Rivals?
I don't anymore, but I used to.
He's a
Yeah.
veteran. he did his tour. He's out now.
Yeah. I got out when I could. Dishonorable discharge.
Who did you play as?
I
Who's your main guy?
my main when I used to play was
Was it Savage Lands Rogue?
No, it was Groot, and then it was Rogue. I played a lot of Groot. Groot was very obnoxious,
Iron Man was
and not very good.
obnoxious.
What were you saying, Gabe?
Iron Man was obnoxious.
Iron Man was obnoxious, especially for characters like Groot, and I also played Wolverine. What would in an actual fight? What would Wolverine do against Iron Man? Iron Man can fly.
It's true.
Yeah. yeah.
Where would Wolverine go?
I think he's just waiting. He
Yeah,
just has to wait until he comes
hunter.
back.
Persistence
Yeah.
hunter. He can't stay up there
Do you want to
forever.
tell that story of definitely like the nameless story of like when we were playing as superheroes as kids, and then Spider-Man pulled out this.
Yeah. So
Now we got to hear this. What's going?
as all nerdy little kids who were exposed to a comic book store as a child, like radiation, it gave me the ability of imagination at the playground. and we would play pretend. I
Yeah.
and I think I was Batman, and another kid was Spider-Man. And eventually he got frustrated because I'm Batman. I got all the tools. I got the cape. I
You
got
got
the
prep time.
utility belt. And
Cash.
the cash.
The cash, yeah.
I bought Aunt May. Sorry, Spider-Man. She's my wife now. Eventually, I think this kid got like frustrated, and he makes the motion of like pulling out a gun. He's still Spider-Man. he's still Spider-Man now, equipped with a
just said
Those
screw it.
Brooklyn instincts are really.
He's got his spider gun.
yeah. He got some lessons from Daredevil. He was like, listen, Spider-Man. In Hell's Kitchen, we use one of these.
Sometimes
Frank Castle
sometimes
really
it's
just
okay.
came up. He's like, "Here you go, Peter. This is for you."
Have fun, kid. No, so then I was like, ref, Spider-Man does not have a gun. Spider-Man would not do that. He would not shoot Batman. And then he was like, well, I do. This is my spider gun. and I was like, I don't want to play with you anymore then. You guys are never going to believe what became of him. He is now a cop.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Actually, that
Yeah.
kind of tracks.
I think, I don't know. All I heard was that he was in the front of a police car. So I guess it could be anything. Maybe he was just getting a little ride along.
generally, if you are on the business end of the police car here in the back,
Business.
Which do you consider the business end?
I mean-
I consider it much like a mullet.
Yeah.
Business in the front, party in the back.
That's so stupid.
But it's
That's
true
so
though.
stupid.
It's so
see,
true.
for me, it's the other way around though, because they're chilling up there, majority of their shift.
yeah, but the reason
Have you
why
been
you're
in the back of a cop car, Gabe?
Who hasn't?
Have you not?
No.
You're not living, man. plus RCMP here, they're so nice. They're so kind to you. They're like,
we're
hey,
not
you
on
want some
RCMP
Timmies?
territory right now.
No, they're not. I
Calgary
got pulled
Police
over
Service.
because they said my lift kit looked stupid. Fined me $70.
Oh, wow.
I got pulled over. I went, okay, I remember this. This was I think 2 Christmases ago. Whenever I was coming home from the theater after watching the Timothy Chalamet, Bob Dylan movie.
Yeah.
And I was
Complete
driving.
Walk hard.
Yeah. But I was driving back, and this is like the most Twilight Zone experience I've ever had. And I get pulled over, and it's close to maybe 10 or 11 at night, and this is in the middle of Cochrane, and I get pulled over, and a cop gets out of the car, and he comes up to me, and he goes, and I'm like, oh, this is the first time I've ever been pulled over. I don't know what to do, so I'm getting all my stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he knocks on the window, and he's like, roll it down. I roll it down. And he goes, do you know how fast you were going? And I'm like, yeah. And then he goes, he went back into his car, and then he took off. And I sat there for 10 minutes. I remember I called my dad, and he's like, hey, what's up, buddy? And I'm like, I just saw a police car, and he's like, did you get pulled over? I'm like, I think so. I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know. And then he's just like, just come on home, buddy. And I was just like, what the? What?
Hayden,
Oh, another great one. This is going to be really good. This is the second time I got pulled
This is a podcast about
Hayden.
pop
This is
culture,
not-
by the way.
This is not.
this is crucial to Man of Tomorrow, guys. This is crucial.
This was last year, so not 2 years ago, and it was again Christmas time, and I'm driving back. It's Saturday. I just finished working a shift. It's 10 o'clock, and there's a check stop. And there's a check stop. I know, and the cop's like,
God.
In Cochrane?
Yeah,
God forbid.
I know.
God,
It's crazy.
they're keeping us safe. How dare they?
The fun.
What are they checking for in Cochrane?
Do you know how?
It is Cochrane.
Oh yeah,
It's
you
a-
don't live in Cochrane.
It's a very
It's an active town.
It's a very rowdy town.
It's an active town.
We have our moments. Yeah.
Anyway, so I pull up to the guy. I'm like, I've done this before, so I know what to do.
You pretended to be asleep.
Yeah. That's another one. But it was this one. So the guy's like, hey, I just want to, this is a check stop just to make sure you're driving safely and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. He's like, have you had anything to drink tonight? No, sir, I have not. Have you had anything to smoke tonight? No, sir, I have not. He's like, will you be, okay, I'm going to give you a sobriety test. I'm like, okay, great. He's like, just wait here, sir. And he walks away. And then he comes back and he has the breathalyzer.
Yep.
And he's like, all right, I just need you to blow into this. I'm like, okay. I start blowing into it. And I just go, shit, what if I'm wrong? What if I actually did drink something and I just do not remember.
Oh yeah, you know, it's exactly that feeling when you go through airport security. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I did pack too much cream,
Yeah.
and like I'm a
What?
threat to national security.
Except no, it's more like maybe I did pack too many knives.
Yeah. Sorry, I have my grenade collection with me. I just need it.
But anyways,
you know?
so I'm just like, oh, and I'm just like freaking out. And it's like, and the thing comes out. He goes, looks at it, and I'm looking at him, and I'm starting to breathe a little heavy. And then he looks at it, he goes, okay, you're good to go. And I go, really? Worst dialogue option I could have chosen.
Good lord.
It's like that is it the Batman Telltale game
Yeah.
where you're
I
like
remember this.
yeah no where it's like there's the part where you're like drugged or something and the dialogue options are all messed up and you pick like go your separate ways and then Batman's like, you know what, buddy, I've had
But like I remember, like I said, really, and he just like looks at me, and I'm just like, oh. And he's like, okay, just continue along, sir. And I'm just like, what the hell was that?
It's very
was
funny
that?
to contradict evidence in your favor that is irrefutable. to try and accuse yourself of something that couldn't possibly be
No,
true.
sir, that is wrong. I did drink.
You're like, no, I drank.
I drank.
Office,
I
how
drank
could you
so
say this
much.
about? This is unjust.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes, man. Yeah, so
But yeah, water's looking good in Black Flag.
Okay, back to pop culture real quick before we
yeah.
detour again, because we will.
stories.
We will detour.
It's always you.
Who,
it's only you.
Who watched The Boys finale? I know Hayden did.
I did not. I'm like
yeah.
I'm like two
Tanner,
seasons
did
behind.
you?
I had Homelander's haircut for a little bit when my hair was short.
That is true.
But other than that, I saw like the Crown of Thorns
No,
thing.
it's super. Yeah, when Tanner got his haircut, just like Homelander, you know how he announced it to us? He walked into the room and then he goes, "You know, I'm not just like the rest of you. I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better."
Oh, is that how you feel now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like Soldier Boy.
Hayden-
Freddie got me everybody's fly.
Hayden-
DJ spinning it. I said, "Am I?" Yes, Gabe.
What did you think about The Boys finale?
Can you describe it to those who may not be in the know?
Spoiler warning. Just
Yeah.
heads up.
Describe it as vague as you can with also keeping us in the loop.
Homelander gets his top popped.
That was not the right dialogue choice either.
A lot of people die. A lot of blood, guts.
Not enough.
Not enough to give. Is that true, Hayden?
No, definitely not enough. And it's like the thing is, my whole takeaway, it's not bad. It's not good.
It's just like
It's not. I'm not going to go as far as say that it had a bad ending. It's just it ended.
yeah.
What great ending to a show made suddenly everybody think was it Ozymandias that did this? Like was it Breaking Bad that made and Better Call Saul that like corrupted people into thinking shows can't have a 5 or 6 out of 10 ending?
I think it was.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I think that's after everything. Well, plus we've had like shows that ended horribly that just add to that argument,
yeah.
and so it just becomes
Like
this,
the-
like,
But like my
what-
issue with The Boys ending though is just like I don't know, they hyped it up. They did all this, all these promotional posters that showed the scorched earth ending, which if you don't
Yeah.
know would be Homelander and Butcher duking it out, which would have been very destructive battle. Like I'm ideally like a Man of Steel type
Yeah.
ending battle, right? And then nothing. And I knew they were gonna do it, and that's why my problem is that it was so predictable.
Well,
Everyone saw that ending coming for The Boys,
But-
and then they made this whole spin-off show, Gen V.
Oh, yeah,
and
they did
those
nothing.
characters got 3 scenes in the whole thing, and they hyped up the main character of that show to be like a Homelander level soup to take him down. She didn't do anything. They didn't use her.
well,
and
like-
her power is literally blood bending.
You know what? Like just like as like kind of as the show was, like it's just compared to the comics, it is Ozymandias. Like the
It's Granite State.
The Boys are terrible, dude. It's a terrible comic. Oh my god, it is just like there's nothing there. It's a nothing sandwich.
But that's just talking about the predictability of it, I don't know if that's a bad thing. Like, was anybody surprised by the ending of Breaking Bad? Which is because the actual ending episode was Granite State when he goes back and butchers everybody who was holding Jesse captive and starts off El Camino.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Well, like,
And-
yeah, you're like it's
You're not surprised that he went and gave the money to his family, that he did all that. Like, that was exactly what you expected to happen.
You're not
It
surprised that Walter dies,
Yeah.
or
Spoiler,
he
by the
has
way.
to. It's been
Spoiler.
Spoiler.
You never know.
You're not surprised that it's revealed that Heisenberg was Walter White this whole time.
But, like, I guess it's not. I guess predictability might not be the right word, but it's just like what the meat of an ending to a show to me is watching how the show gets there. You might already know how it's going to end, but like for me, I enjoy seeing what unfolds in order to get us to that point, right?
Yeah.
And with the boys, it was just like I predicted it in season 2. I knew exactly how it was going to play out, right? Like because I knew they weren't going to do the big battle. Like I knew they were going to end up, Homelander. I don't know. Should I spoil it?
Nah.
No.
It's too fresh.
Yeah, it's too fresh. Anyway,
You know what I think is really
I knew
funny?
that was gonna happen though. I knew, right? And it was just like to me, I just like the way they advertised it. I expected more. I had hoped for more. That yeah.
You know what I think is kind of funny is like I remember like the because like the showrunner, what is it, Eric Crick?
Eric Kripke,
Kripke?
yeah, Kripke.
Yeah, the Crypt Keeper. He has like the whole comic series is out at that point. So he had a blueprint for how it was going to go.
Yeah.
So he had like an idea on it's like I'm going to set this up, then it's all going to lead up to this moment, which I think is like usually it's like the like shows that like have like a precise beginning, middle, end from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they know exactly how it's going to go. Usually go out really well. What I think is really funny is like Vince Gilligan with Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul on like many occasions. He like people ask him, he's like, so it's like, what is it? What was your writing style like for trying to end the show? He's like, I just got to season 5 and then realized I had to end it. So I was just like, what if we just do this? Like he was just
Remember
riffing.
the machine gun?
Yeah.
The like they showed like the assault rifle.
Oh yeah.
And then Vince is like, man, I don't really care.
That's right.
I don't want to do it. Forget the assault. I don't want to forget the AK. I don't care.
I remember an actual like interview. He's like, I think like a genuine quote. He was like saying something along the lines of, "Is like, if we just don't do anything with it, do you think audiences will notice?"
And they didn't.
No one did.
Every time I bring up the gun, people are always like, the gun.
Right. I remember.
Which
Oh my
like
God.
it's such a I don't even every time I hear about Vince and the way he wrote Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul for that matter, it's the hallmark of every horrible writer, which I hate.
Yeah.
All the writers I hate write exactly like Vince. I think the thing is that all those other writers are usually doing adaptations. And I think if you're not a stellar writer, you cannot write an adaptation. You won't do it well.
Yeah.
And especially, I mean, it astounds me that The Boys ever got a show because I have not watched the show.
There was supposed to be a movie in like 2009.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a long time.
How? It is one of the worst graphic novels I've ever read.
Well, that's the
I
thing.
hate its art style. I hate the characters. I hate the action. I hate the dialogue.
Well,
It's
so the show, from what I understand, took a lot of liberties with how the characters are done in the comics. Like,
Yeah.
Well, like you know what they
liberties.
say, like there's like so like I remember like Watchmen was a big one. They said it's unfilmable. It's like it cannot be made into a movie. Made into a movie. But The Boys, like having read some of the comics, it's like genuine. It's like you can't
It's like
put this on
Berserk.
TV.
You can't adapt Berserk. Berserk is a
Oh
manga
God,
you
yeah.
can never
So,
watch.
no, you can't faithfully adapt Berserk.
You
Exactly.
could do it.
You
but,
could do it, but
Yeah, like
I
The
don't know
Boys.
how long
You
you're
can't
going to be on air.
faithfully
but-
adapt The Boys.
Well, that's the thing because, like, again, going back into the boring stuff now. Companies want IP. They just need IP. They just want marketable intellectual property that they can just shove down our throats and say, like, hey, wasn't that good? Didn't you like that?
But we didn't.
Exactly. They don't care. They already got their money. They're like, we don't care anymore.
Yeah, don't worry. There's a third The Boys spin-off coming out.
Don't worry.
There
you know what?
is?
Yeah.
Wait, what's the second one?
The second one's Gen V.
And then
No,
this
Gen
next
V's
one-
canceled. Gen
Yeah,
V's
it's canceled now. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So-
that already came out.
It already
they
came
did.
out,
They,
yeah.
they did The Boys. They did Gen V, and now they're doing Vought Rising.
No, we have The Boys Mexico.
The
Oh,
Boys.
yes, and
sorry,
also
4.
Boy-
We got 4.
What is The Boys Mexico?
estás bien
This sounds like
It's a sequel to The Boys, and I have no idea what it
I don't
will
know.
entail.
I guess like I don't
Vought
know.
Rising is
Vought
just
is selling.
Rising is
selling.
pretty cool. It's
You know what I'm thinking about that I think is really funny? It's like, yeah, what is it? The Boys Mexico, and then there's like on Netflix they did Narcos, and then they did Narcos Mexico.
Mexico,
I
yeah.
cannot wait for Stranger Things Mexico.
Yeah. Everything is moving down to Mexico. That is what we're getting.
we get,
Game
we
of
get a
Thrones
Game
Mexico.
of Thrones Sothorios. Like,
Yeah.
Breaking Bad. No.
No, actually, you go Breaking Bad, but in Canada.
Breaking
You move
Bad
it up.
Canada.
You move it up.
Well, how's it going, eh? You want to buy some Crystal?
That's just Letterkenny.
that is straight up Letterkenny. So I want to keep it on Prime though. Fredo, you checked out Spider Noir.
I
Tell us about it. Tell us about what
I didn't even know this was a thing.
I didn't either.
What it was announced like so long ago, and I've been waiting, and I didn't realize it was released. Like they released everything yesterday, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. I want to see it. It's Nick Cage. I will watch anything with Nick Cage. It's like my one drawback. But anyways, so Nick Cage, he's obviously like Spider Noir, and he's like the PI and all that. And obviously they give you 2 formats to view it in, right? Black and white, and of course in their hue, all color, whatever. Honestly, it's so interesting because there are moments in it where you're like, oh, it's just like a detective crime drama, right? It's just just one of those classic, private investigator movies. And then you forget that it's actually in Marvel, and then a bunch of weird stuff starts happening. Because then you remember, oh, right, he's Spider-Man, and he can just do
Miraculous things.
and and I'm like, one of the funny thing is like in the first this doesn't spoil anything, but like he decides to go up the fire escape, even though he's Spider-Man and could just crawl up the building
Or
swing.
Need I remind you? This is Nick Cage we're talking about.
Yeah,
They opened the cage and they let him out.
they did. But I just found that so funny because like he's just a PI, but then he also does a bunch of other things that's what Spider-Man does, and I'm like, why don't you do that all the time? Like he's a private investigator. He could be doing like all sorts of things. But again, this is only like the first episode.
So who is the main villain of Spider Noir? Do we know?
Nick Cage.
It's Nick Cage himself.
Nick Cage dug up my grandma so he could be buried in a pyramid in New Orleans.
Yeah. They have a lot of like just things.
Is it just like
filling
a
in.
rogues gallery kind of?
Yeah, they have like a whole rogues gallery and like obviously mobsters and like
The Joker.
The Junkler.
Yeah, actually, the Penguin makes a cameo. Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell's
Colin
Penguin.
Farrell. He makes
not
a
even-
cameo.
Isn't this animated?
Doesn't Colin Farrell.
No, it's actually
What?
No,
Yeah,
it's
Nick
live
Cage is
action.
live action.
Okay,
Yeah.
this comes with a stipulation for me then that Spider Noir never appear animated again. In all the future stuff with the Miles Morales, Spider Man,
it's
they just
Spider-Verse?
like
With
insert Nick
like
Cage.
the original Mortal Kombat.
like a Jessica Rabbit but reverse.
Yeah,
kinda
but
deal?
Yeah,
Reverse.
yeah. Who framed Nick Cage?
Yeah.
I just want Spider-Verse 3 to come out and have Nick Cage in it, but not as Spider-Man.
We're never getting
just
Spider-Verse
Nick
3.
Cage. I just want Nick Cage to join the team.
I don't understand how he couldn't.
Shamik Moore is doing everything in his power to make sure we do not get
He's-
I don't want.
Spider-Verse
I don't
3.
want any more Spider-Man. I'm so sick of that guy,
But,
man.
but man,
I
we're
want-
getting depressed Peter Parker in his brand new day.
I want
He's gonna be
to
sad.
finish off. I want to finish off the Spider-Verse thing. I want to finish off the Spider-Verse trilogy. I want to finish off Tom Holland's thing and just leave Spider-Man be.
I think we need
Forever.
we
for like
need
a
him-
decade at least.
we need
You know,
him to
at the
breathe.
very least, a decade. Maybe give us an animated show.
Let me ask you
At
this,
the
Tanner.
most.
Who would you like? What's like an underrated character you'd love to see a show or movie made about?
In comics specifically,
Let's go comics and then just in
Yeah, and then
general
whatever
after.
you want.
comics. I'm not like a huge comic head, but if I was to pick anybody and somebody that I think is kind of unknown, that I think a genuinely great thing could be made out of, I'm not even kidding. It would be Kite Man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I actually agree with you on that.
Break that down for us,
dude. He's got
boys.
such a heartbreaking origin.
Yeah, Kite Man is I am not going to tell this very well because it's been ages since I read the Kite Man comic. Or what was he in? They broke down his origin story. Did he have cancer?
No. Okay. So jump in if you want, but it's like his kid. His kid had cancer.
That's it. His kid had cancer.
Do you know the rest?
No.
Okay, so essentially his kid. So Kite Man is a thief and all that stuff. And he would fly around and all that stuff.
He uses a kite. He
I know.
He's Kite Man.
And then he says,
I know what Kite Man is.
kite activates, and then he says, "Kite Man, hell yeah!"
I know Kite Man
For
through-
50 years, this is all we knew about him.
I knew Kite Man through the
Yeah.
Harley Quinn series,
So
and that's the only.
Yeah, that's all. That's all that there was to
Yeah,
him for like
that's
the
it.
last 50. Yeah, 50
Something
or
like that.
Yeah, something like that for like a long time. And then this one comic comes out, and it's like his kid has cancer and he's dying, and that's why Kite Man steals stuff so he can pay for the treatments. But then his kid accidentally says "damn" or something, or he says "hell yeah," I think.
Yeah.
And then his kid starts dying, and he goes to his dad and he says, "It's like, Dad," he's like, "I said hell yeah. I swore. Am I going to go to hell?" And then he dies. His son is dead. And that was the last thought his kid had. And then that's why Kite Man says, "Kite Man, hell yeah."
Is because
And so
he's justifying it for his child.
So
his
okay.
deceased cancer child.
How would you do the show? Like animated, live action? What are you doing here?
They made an animated show.
Did they?
They did. Kite Man, hell yeah. That was a thing.
That was?
Yeah, it wasn't good, but it was a thing.
So I wrote that.
Not aware. I was not aware that Kite Man did
Oh
get an
my
adaptation.
god! Yeah, it is.
It was like a Harley
Alright.
Quinn spinoff.
It is a Harley Quinn.
Okay, so I would do exactly what they did properly, except I wouldn't do it in that art style, which I kind of hate that art style.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Harley Quinn. Yeah,
Kind
it's,
of just bland.
I liked it's funny because I like their character designs. I just wish somebody else drew them
yeah.
or drew them differently. I don't know.
it's just one of those like Cartoon Network shows. I
Yeah.
figure that's what
I
it
feel
comes
like-
out to.
An Animal Man animated show based off of like Grant Morrison's Animal Man.
You're gonna have to tell me about Animal Man.
You don't know about Animal Man?
I don't know anything about
him 'cause
Animal Man either.
I read a couple issues way back. I don't know too much about him, but basically he gets his power from this force called the Red, which is like if Swamp Thing has the green, which is plant life and everything, right?
Yeah.
Animal Man has the red, which is like animal life, and so he can control. I don't know if he can control animals or if he has animal abilities.
No, so he can temporarily borrow the abilities of animals.
There it is. Yeah.
That's it. That's
If you
This is in Swamp Things universe. This is DC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Why are we disrespecting my Go Beast Boy? He's not just a Teen Titan.
No.
He's a Teen
you gotta
Titan
read.
go.
You gotta read Animal Man by Grant Morrison.
I
And
did.
you'll get it.
It's called 2008 Teen Titans. And if you mention Teen Titans, go to my face. I will actually come over there, smack you.
Hey, Tanner, you should Teen Titans go to the movies.
I really don't. It would be so awesome.
It would be so cool.
I really don't want to. I hate self-aware
Go to
shows.
Tokyo instead.
Yes.
If you get that reference.
What's like outside of comics? Like, what's an underrated character you'd love to see?
Let me think. I would really not an underrated character, not even an underrated story. I just lent this book to you.
Oh my God! Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I agree.
I think it would be so easy to make a beautiful House of Leaves movie.
Oh.
Not easy, but you would not have to do much on your own to make a House of Leaves movie brilliant. You know, it's kind of already laid out for you in a way that it's a tested formula. This like Fight Club, seeing things from two different sides at the same time. Like it's or even Christopher Nolan likes to do it a lot, where you see the same
Jumps
thing.
around,
Yeah. Have you guys you're reading House of Leaves?
He
I
has
presume.
read it.
You've read it.
Yes.
It's probably one of the scariest pieces of fiction I've read.
Yes, it is. I was trying to describe it to Hayden one day, and the way I described it, he was like, I don't want to read that. And I'm like, no, Hayden, you need to read it. Mainly so I can talk to you about it. But more so
Yeah.
He's like,
because
we're
I
trauma
can-
bonded. We
Yeah,
gotta
I
read
like I
this.
cannot be alone with this in my head.
The
because
way I describe it is it keeps the so I have I don't know if I have whatever it's called where you can't picture things in your head, but I struggle with it a lot. I
you don't
can't
see things when you think about them.
not very easily. It's not something that just happens.
Oh, are you saying like it's like picture a red apple, but like
Yeah.
all that comes up, it's just like the words red apple.
It's like picture a red apple. I can describe it to you,
Yeah.
but it's not like I see words.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can think about it. And I'd say House of Leaves keeps very, very, very simple imagery throughout the whole thing so that when horrible things happen, it kind of lulls your mind into a false sense of security of picturing simple things so that when something awful appears in it, it jumps out at you.
Because you're kind of just like sedated reading it.
Yeah, there's-
Because also you're like jumping around between the
Yeah, your
record
mind
and-
is very occupied just trying to read it.
Yeah, because it's like so much at different perspectives. Like three different perspectives.
Whenever I show
then just
people
like-
the end of one of the chapters where an entire 5 pages is one footnote,
Yes.
people are like, why are you reading this? But
It's so interesting though.
I'm kind of curious. Like, can you kind of like go into like what scared you so much about this book?
it's really just things that I think have happened to everybody where it's like mundane sadnesses. Like it starts with Johnny Truant's neighbor Zampano dying. And
Yes.
he doesn't know Zampano. He's never met him. I'm sure we've all had neighbors that we don't know, don't really think about, but then they die. And it's just like, oh,
That kind of hits you a little
yeah,
bit. Yeah.
weird. That person is gone now.
Yeah.
And I didn't care about them until now. And then it's the house is an inch bigger on the inside than the outside. Weird. Okay. Don't really care about that. But then Johnny Truant starts telling you stories about how his friend and him used to go to bars and make up stories about each other to get girls. And the fondness of that and how that isn't there in his life anymore. And he doesn't get to do that.
I'm not gonna lie, Gabe and I have done that, but
Yeah.
that's a separate issue. It's a separate thing though.
It's a long time ago.
A long time ago.
guess
That was
far,
the
far
old
away.
us. Old us.
That's actually
We-
really
we-
neat how you're describing it because it's like
It makes you vulnerable.
It does. No, but it's just like from
Yeah,
from
basically.
what I've understood, it's like like from what I looking on the outside, it just looks kind of like a haunted house story. But like just how you're describing it is like it's the horrors of the mundane sadness. That just goes a little bit
Yeah.
deeper, where it's just like, oh damn.
Only one of the character deaths is the fault of the house. Only one. The rest of it is. I'm not going to say what happens. I think 3 people die throughout the course of it, and only one of them is caused by the house.
Yeah, because no, because I'm trying to think of
Yeah. Okay.
Because there's the one with the second expedition, I think, and then there is the one where he didn't even go inside the room; he got dragged in.
yes.
Yo, what?
Yeah,
There's a lot that
It
happens.
just starts swallowing people
Yeah.
eventually.
I gotta read this thing.
It's a
You
gotta
better.
read
I
this
gave
thing.
it to you.
I know. I will. You're, every time you talk about it, you always push me a little bit closer to cracking it open because it looks like it's so intimidating because it looks so insane.
It is.
It is insane.
Yeah.
but,
But that's-
you're eased into it though.
Okay.
And if you've ever been
Slowly.
bored by a book, you won't be by this one.
No, this
Okay.
one. Oh,
I
and it
also-
makes you think too. It
I
just-
also remember you telling me about it, how you like read it in like I think like, in like one sitting of like 3 days or something like that. Like,
I've never
You, like,
binged a
binged,
book
yes.
before, but this is the first time because I really didn't want to lose what it made me feel.
yeah, no. But I think
We're coming up on it here. So what was that book again? Name and author,
House
just so
of
the viewers.
House of Leaves by
Mark Z. Danielowski.
Danielowski. I think.
Danielowski. Alrighty. Well, with that, I think that's going to do it for the 9th episode of Retcon.
Yes.
Special thank you goes out to our guest, Tanner,
St.
for
James.
coming out and doing the show with us, hanging out with the boys, talking stuff,
About
talking
everything.
pop culture.
Everything.
It was a real pleasure, you guys. And if you guys want to bring me out again, I can try and do something special next time, and we can have some fun.
Yeah, we'll have to bring you out again. And yeah, special thanks goes out to MRU for letting us use their studio and their equipment, and CMRU.ca for hosting our broadcast. From Hayden, Alfredo, and myself, Gabe, and Tanner too. That's going to do it for this episode. Taking us out today is, I believe, Harry Styles, from what I'm seeing here.
Just
Watermelon sugar.